What?
Oh, me so hungry.
Me so hungry. I actually am genuinely hungry, Eric. My tummy be
Yeah.
grumbling. Your man's
Yep.
got to eat a foot-long sandwich to feel satisfied.
Mm-hmm. Rip 12 inches in order to feel something these days. But you know
Mm-hmm.
what? It's lunchtime shortly after this. We always record like right before lunch. I think that's when we're most like our animal instincts come out, like right before it's feeding time. Like
Mm-hmm.
if we eat and then record with life, that nothing comes out of our brain anymore. We're like, fuck it, bro. It's what it is, what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But now
Yeah,
we're
bliss.
hungry for topics. We're hungry for footlongs. We're ready to pounce on a sandwich artist and kill.
Mm-hmm. I like to think that eating at Subway has actually changed the physiology of my stomach to accommodate 12 inches of sandwich entering into it like a torpedo. And actually, like,
Yeah.
if you think about the shape of a foot long, Eric, it's kind of like it could go down like a set of tubes in my digestion tract with ease. It's like optimized for digestion.
Yeah, much like a pipe cleaner, it just like changes direction on a dime and just kind of moves through your body like a parasite.
Or like a spitball through a straw.
Exactly. Oh, Ty, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm sounding very sickly today. I'm not feeling very well.
Yeah,
I
are you
caught the
literally in sicko mode?
I'm in album mode always with this podcast, but
Hmm.
lately I've just entered sicko mode. And you know what? I think I might have caught the echo variant of the
Mm.
novel coronavirus, which we all thought was long behind us, but turns out I got it, bro.
That's great. I'm so glad to hear that you are exploring niche viruses rather than the lamestream Delta variant.
Psych! Your boy's double vaxxed. You already fucking know the deal. I just got a no cold. You already know the fucking deal. I don't know. I'm not a pussy, bro. I don't.
uh,
If you get corona in late 2021, you're a pussy boy. So you know what?
yeah.
You know what I say to you pussy boys? Fuck you.
You're making bad decisions. You're hanging in the wrong circles. Get your
That's
friends up.
right. That's right. I may have had too many tequila shots on Saturday, and you know what? It just all spirals from there. So,
Right. So
well,
how
we're
are you
here.
how are you medicating? You're sick, you're raspy voiced, you're
Mm.
barely literate.
Well, I feel like once I get a foot long in me, I'll feel much better. But you know, since Monday when I really start feeling sick, I been sipping on this like hot apple cider instant drink.
Hmm.
That's been pretty good. I've also been participating in late stage capitalism by you know contributing that plagues our world. That's the real virus, Ty.
That's a good call. It is Black Friday today. We are recording on the date of Black Friday. How do you feel about Black Friday? Black Forest Ham Friday, as they call it at Subway.
Black Forest Ham Day is honestly one of the only holidays that I observe.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind it, bro. I like to shop a deal. Uh, I don't know. It's hard as somebody who is like, I find it so hard to just like know what to buy at all times. Like
Hmm.
I hate being told what to buy, like being pushed to buy something. Like I'm very much like anti-marketing. If I
Hmm.
sniff out some marketing happening, I will
Hmm.
shut it down immediately. I will not participate. So I
Hmm.
find it hard when there's like hella emails slapping my inbox like a double meat stomach.
Hmm.
Um, but how about you? What do you think about Black Forest Ham Day? Are you susceptible to the emails that you get hit from Holt Renfrew or what?
Absolutely not. I am in the same camp as you. I have that Generation Z, kind of like ability to sniff out inauthenticity, and
Yeah,
nothing says inauthenticity like a marketing email or a sponsored Google post.
yeah.
So,
I mean, it's pretty hypocritical of you, Ty, because you choose to ignore the inauthentic sniffing of the tuna sub, but
mm,
yet you've still tried that bad boy.
yeah, for sure. I choose the reality I want to live in.
That's true. We are Hippocrates over on this podcast.
I
Um,
don't know how you can sniff anything out with those sniffles, but uh, Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, what I'm doing now is I'm looking through my backlog of upcoming purchases and seeing if anything should be fast-tracked or expedited due to
Yes.
potential savings. But who do you really want to save money or do you want to buy at full price? It's a better flex to buy at full price.
Yeah. I think it's much better to buy things that are like a surprise sale. Like you don't want to like enter a conversation with somebody by accident and then say like, oh yeah, I bought these AirPods for 10% off. It's like you just sound like a lame. It's like you waited
Mhm.
2 years. Like you waited a whole year to buy AirPods for 10% off,
Yeah.
like to save like $20. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. Get your
Like
head in the
nah.
game.
Like I'd rather just like buy a discreet Burrito candle for $5 off on the low
Mhm.
and play it off like I had it the whole time. Like that's much
Mhm.
better in my opinion.
Yeah. You know how when you find out somebody is pregnant, you do the math to figure out when they were inseminated? You, like, count back the
Yes.
months. I often do that as well with purchases. It'll be, say, March, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I got this TV
Yeah.
4 months ago," and then I'm like, "Ooh, this was a Black Friday purchase."
Yeah. Wait a second, you scumbag. You decided you needed a new TV in like June probably, and then you said, let me wait like 6 months, like you
Yeah.
cheapskate. Son of a
I'll just
bitch.
get by.
Yeah. Get buy or best buy is what I like to say.
A Now, are you going to buy anything today, though? You gonna
Ooh,
finally pull the
today,
trigger on that vacuum?
that's right. I did share with you that I was looking at the old Dyson website. This is actually very timely for me because my current Dyson of 6 years has
Mhm.
finally crapped out on me. Uh, the battery lasts about 5 minutes, which is hilarious because I'll be like, finally work up the courage and the discipline to vacuum my apartment, which only
Mhm.
takes about 30 minutes. But I'll like be halfway down my bedroom and it'll die, and then I'll like plug it in, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what do I do now with all 25
Mhm.
extra minutes here?
For sure.
So it's really bad, bro. So my options are I can get a new battery for $100, or I can like they actually offer me a discount code because I my
Mm.
warranty's like been up for a minute, so I
You're a
can just buy a
VIP
new.
shopper.
That's right. I am like a platinum member at Dyson Canada, so
Mhm.
I could cop a new animal, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to
Damn.
wait. I do like my Dysons the same way I like my In and Out, and that's animal style.
Yeah, you go animal style every Sunday, cleaning all those breadcrumbs off the floor.
Absolutely.
Suck
All
it
the
up.
herbs and cheese got to go somewhere.
Yeah. Wow. So you're gonna get a new animal. You're going animal style. You're gonna get it in sex toy purple.
That's right. I'm gonna go space butt plug orange, or or sex toy purple. Uh, and yeah, we'll see. There's a nice little black version on Dyson Canada, but they don't ship to BC right now because of the ongoing
Mhm.
quote unquote disaster. I don't know about you,
Mm,
Ty, but I haven't seen a single thing to indicate there's a disaster
I know.
out
Every
here.
bucket of vegetable at Subway is still stock full of food.
Yeah. Anything east of Langley is none of my concern. I don't give a flying fuck what goes on out there. Uh, and I only consider Langley part of it because of the pumpkin patches. Ty.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
I don't observe anything beyond that.
Mhm. Well, I'm sorry to hear that Big Dyson, Big Vacuum isn't going to support your needs this Black Forest Ham Friday season.
That's true. Ty, do you recognize Taiwan?
I am Taiwan. Yes, I do.
Jokes.
I think Taiwan. I love anyone who's trying to develop, and I think Taiwan's doing exactly that. And I'm going to support any attempts to rebrand.
Yeah. Well, I respect that. So what candle are you copping this Friday?
Hmm. A lot of non sequiturs here. What candle am I copying for Black Forest Ham Friday? Well, Eric, I've always wanted to try the what's it called? The Labo Santal 26. You know the one?
Bro,
Like
are
their
you
most famous scent? I've
Dude,
never
after this Emma Chamberlain coffee, you've really transitioned to a white bitch, haven't you?
I've never I'm gonna tell you a secret, Eric. I've never smelt that candle lit. I've only ever
Oh,
smelt it in the store.
okay.
And I know it's the most lame stream of the Le Labo collection,
Yeah,
but perhaps on a discount price, it's worth dabbling.
that's true. That is the one time a year where you can get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I say go for it. I think if you go to Labo, you have to go for the outdoor picnic size version,
Oh
um,
yeah.
which is like the 3 wick version that
Mm-hmm.
immediately signals that you're not a normal Labo customer. You partake in better brands, but if you're gonna stoop this low, you might as well go all out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that candle is so fucking big. You need to literally hire someone to move it around for you, like with a dolly.
Exactly. That's a cool
uh,
idea. I like it.
speaking of heavyweight, I'm gonna ask you the same question about the candle selection for Black Friday, but I need to tell you about this like Subway news I just learned about.
Okay.
So Subway Japan reportedly has released what they call to be the heaviest sub yet.
Oh
And
boy.
like I don't know, they've fucking gone rogue here. Like I don't know how they're weighing this thing, but it doesn't look that heavy. You don't need a dolly for this. But basically what it is it's called the Wild Clubhouse.
Okay.
So you're gonna get wet and wild when you hear the ingredients in this
Yeah.
thing.
Is this like
It's kind
a wet market concoction, or what are we talking about here exactly? What makes it so wild?
well, it has two meats in it, three proteins, chicken, bacon, and eggs. So I think they're like
Ooh.
leaning into that eggs to provide the additional density to like set a bar above.
This reminds me quite a lot of the pain sandwich that we talked about
A
a
little
number of
bit.
episodes ago.
Yeah,
It's a total domination of the food pyramid, if you ask me.
it really is. So all these proteins coming together really helps this sandwich punch in like a heavier weight class than those before it. They
Yeah.
recommend a pairing of tomatoes, cucumbers, and onions, which
Okay.
I understand the tomatoes. So those are all like thick, like water retaining vegetables. So they're going to bring some weight. And then
Yeah.
finally, they smother the whole thing in what's kind of like a chipotle sauce. But
Right.
in Japan, they don't actually do chipotle. They do like a special type of sauce that mimics chipotle. It's called smoked chili sauce.
Ooh, that sounds very
Mm-hmm.
good.
Yeah.
I would totally order this. This is like right up my alley, bro.
Yeah. So uh the first reviews are in. Apparently it doesn't taste that heavy. It's not that thick of a boy.
Mm. It's not like trying to be over the top heavy, but it is the heaviest sandwich, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Yeah.
a nice brand play from Subway. I don't want them to try to I don't want them to create like a shocker sandwich. I just want like I just want the normal shit. I don't want them to shock me.
Yeah.
This is
So
a
we
KFC.
shouldn't be dabbling in shock culture at this point. They've already done
Yeah,
too much.
yeah, that's like a Wendy's KFC move. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're just like making stuff for the lols,
Yeah. But like if they were more intentionally attempting to shock, then perhaps they wouldn't get so many vegetables canceled. Like if you think about Subway's so trying to be healthy that like it kind of every time something's not like healthy or non-GMO or organic, it bites them in the ass. Like think
Yep.
of all the vegetables that got me too'd, or should I say me chewed. Um, the tuna, the bread, the lettuce. There's like every vegetable's had its share of me chewed controversy.
Wow, you're absolutely right. They, tried to play with the big boys. They went up a weight class. They said, let us square up with like, Whole Foods and Sweet
Mm-hmm.
Green and people like that. We're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
healthy. We're gonna be like, we want to be in terms of
Mm-hmm.
health, and that's just what comes with the price. Like if you want to play with the big dogs, then you can't be afraid to get bit.
Exactly. Yeah. They're going to critique you. You're going to have critics.
Absolutely. if they always were like, no, we are fast food, and then it
Hmm.
would be like a no-brainer, like what fast food place is the healthiest? Like when you compare that to
No,
like McDonald's or KFC or some shit, like you already know it's Subway is like the way to go. But once you say like, no, we're fresh, we're healthy, we want you to live a healthy lifestyle, it's like, nah, bro.
yeah, it's like you're playing us now. Like they
Yeah,
could just be like handed on a green and yellow platter the award of healthiest fast food. Like even this heavyweight sandwich is only like 300 calories, which is like a few hundred less than a Big Mac. So the heaviest sandwich Subway can produce still like flies in a different weight class than the Big Mac.
and it's like four times the size.
Yeah. So these
Wow.
guys they own that if they want that, but their eyes are too big for their stomach. They want more. They want
Yeah,
to take over health food.
yeah.
Yo,
Speaking
should
of
Subway start a vitamin brand? Like, do you want
oh,
Subway
so
branded
like
zinc?
interesting. So like I want like a chewable gummy like footlong.
This tastes like chicken turkey ranch or bacon ranch.
That's a pretty good idea. I think they could specialize in like oregano oil pills.
Oh, I love that.
Like Subway branded oregano oil. So like you pop one before you go into your torched Subway location, and
Hmm.
that'll, help you protect your immune system for all the things swirling around the air at the Subway.
For sure. It also makes up for uh like Subway recently canceled dried oregano on your sandwich. So you can still kind of like if you kind of let leave some of the pill in your teeth, you could maybe still achieve that flavor combo.
Yeah, that's cool. You can just like bite
Mm,
down on it, much like a Blue Chew.
a blue chew. I like this idea. I think there's like a whole world here where Subway could pack if they want to be the healthiest fast food, just like play into that.
Yeah. Do you think the vision or you know, the mission statement of Subway is going to be changed now? So like I can't help but notice that a lot of changes have happened to Subway in the last year or so. Um, and this kind of reminds me of our favorite show, Ty, Game of Thrones,
Hmm.
because
Yeah, you're the
yeah,
goat
that's
goat.
exactly, and that's because you know how Game of Thrones, the other author like George some Martin, right, wrote all these books, and then he's like the show caught up to the books, right? There's no more books now, so the
Hmm.
show just took a different turn. I
Hmm.
can't help but think about uh our man Peter Buck of the old Subway, who has
Oh,
recently passed away, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Buck.
Yeah, and I can't help but think about how, you know, maybe he was like bedridden for the last year or so, or like he was just like out
Hmm.
of commission because the guy turned 90. He's like lived a full life, and
Right, right.
I can't help but think like someone maybe took over the reins of Subway and made all these fucked up changes to it. So
Yeah,
do you think
I
that's
think you're
just like the start of a new path for Subway?
perhaps. I think you're going somewhere here. We should probably provide some historical context for the breadheads listening.
Yeah,
Big Boy Buck, PDB, was
yeah,
one of the original co-founders of The Way.
yeah,
He was a nuclear physicist, which explains why the bread looks radioactive.
yeah.
And he passed away this week at the ripe old age of 90, which is probably the same age as the meatballs at Subway.
Yeah, yeah. He is Think Fresh's favorite billionaire, dude.
Mm-hmm.
His net worth was like 1.7 bill,
Mm-hmm.
and his partner DeLuca
Mm-hmm.
died about 6 years ago. So it's just tragic, bro. That's crazy.
So
Subway's
Subway has
on the way
they've
out.
outlived their founders. Wow. So okay,
Wow.
so Subway is now sans founders. There's no longer founders in existence. Now it is just this amorphous entity being hurtled through time,
Yes, exactly, Ty.
much like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly. It's lived beyond the original vision. The original vision is long gone, and now HBO
Mm-hmm.
has taken it, and they are pumping money into it. And you know what happens then when big
Yeah.
cinema gets their hands on it?
Yeah, totally. I'd be curious to see what the trajectory of Subway is. Are they going to go full Dyson and make space food now?
Yeah, I think that's a good option.
Is like, will Subway be like the Chanel of food after we lost Carl?
Wow, true. Um, yeah, it's Saint Laurent without Hedi Slimane. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah,
This
I
is
mean,
a this
I
is a
don't know
sad
where.
day, but I think we both know Subway has already taken a dark turn, and
Hmm.
it's beyond repair at this point. I don't know how much Buckaroo over here was able to influence them in the last year or so.
Yeah, Pete Boomer Buck was probably contributing very little on his deathbed to the, I guess, the future of the way.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Well, RIP to a real one.
Hmm.
And yeah, RIP.
So
Pour one out. Pour out some bubbly for Peter Buck.
pour out some marinara sauce.
Yeah,
Drop a few extra olives on the ground.
yeah. We have some other news, Ty, I want to share with you.
Okay, and then I want to hear about your candle selection.
Oh yeah, let me just answer that real quick.
Yeah.
I might try Aesop because Aesop is on sale.
Mm.
Select retailers, so might finally bite the bullet on that. Or I've been looking for a Byredo new one. I want the Woods one. I think that's like a nice little
Mm.
winter vibe.
Yeah,
As
very timely.
yeah, as somebody who is like bachelor lifestyle,
Hmm.
clinging onto it for dear life. I think cuddling up to a Byredo Woods candle instead of a Christmas tree is kind of the vibe I'm after. So, we'll see. Hopefully that'll keep me
Hmm.
warm this holiday season if Bay's not around. Dad
Yeah,
is
this.
not around. Mama is not around.
But you have the woods candle, and your man's loves some wood.
Yeah, that's true. Ty, in other news, people are mad at Kamala Harris. And
Oh.
I think you'll find this pretty fun. So turns out she was just on a trip to Paris, and just like everyone else, when they go to Paris, they cop some French shit that they don't really need or want, that's
Hmm.
overpriced. And turns
Hmm.
out our girl Kamala bought a new Le Creuset pot,
Mm.
uh, which was retail priced at $375. And apparently everyone on the internet hates this because they're like judging her for spending so much money on like designer item. Uh,
Mm.
but I gotta say, I think big shouts out to Miss Harris for you she's VP, right? Vice President Harris of the American United States of America. So I don't know, bro. I kind of like this move for her. I kind of like a little bit of designer kitchenware in the old White House. What do you say?
I'm here for it too. I mean, I think if anyone should be mad at her for copying designer, they should be mad at her for like helping out like the French economy by purchasing a La Creuset set. Like maybe she should have gone American made, like a good old
Mm-hmm.
Ford.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to see our government overlords draped in designer. Like if if Biden pulled up in some Rick Owens at like the White House press events, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that idea. Um, People, on Twitter are going crazy. They're like talking about how like, well, an AR-15 costs more.
I'd say that Look said is like the low end of designer uh, cookware as well. Like, I think like if I wanted to get a pot and pan set, I would probably go to a Lessie or like a more, uh, I guess like a less fragrant brand. Like we said, has such bold colors. It literally looks like a like a tomato on your counter, or like it looks like the
Yeah,
artwork at Subway.
that is true. I think Subway would probably, be right in line there. Like if they had all Le Creuset stuff, like you wouldn't even notice that it's all
Hmm.
like super expensive.
If it would
Uh,
look on brand at Subway, it probably shouldn't be in your kitchen.
yeah, I have a hard time with Le Creuset. I feel like it's like really fancy pants, like very like Martha Stewart goes to Paris for the first time. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the vibe I'm getting from it,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of like charming, and it's expensive, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very conflicted about it. It's like, do I want to invest in this, something that I might hand down to my kids one day,
Mm-hmm.
or do I go for like the raw emotion that Alessi brings to the dinner table?
Yeah, for sure. I don't really fuck with the topology of the Le Creuset, like pots
Oh,
and pans. I think that the ornamentation feels outdated for modern times, and like having that in my kitchen, I
yeah.
don't. It just doesn't mesh with contemporary kitchenware. It feels out of place.
Yeah. It almost looks like really easy to knock off. And it has,
Mm-hmm.
over the last like several decades. Like it just looks like very not unique and just like it's the OG, it's like the Hermes of
Mm-hmm.
kitchenware, but I don't know, dude. It's like when I look at it, I don't feel the same as when I look at like a Bialetti sitting on the
Mm-hmm.
stovetop doing a little dance.
For sure. And then maybe they should have locked down the IP on that shape earlier. Like I even own a knockoff cast iron pod. It's so acquirable.
Yeah, is it like navy blue?
It yeah, it is.
Really?
How did you know?
What the fuck?
Dude,
Well, if
get
you
out of my kitchen.
well, if you're gonna get like a random item like that, you have to go with like a popping color.
Hmm.
Like imagine like the bright yellow and green that Subway would have, like a Le Creuset. Like that's pretty sick. Like I'm
That
sure the
would be sick.
CEO, like whoever is left at Subway HQ of the founding team, they
Hmm.
probably got some green and yellow in the kitchen.
Oh, without a doubt. Much like Virgil making a custom Patek Philippe watch for Think Fresh alumni Drizzy
Yeah.
Drake, for having the designers at La Creuset prepare a custom pot colorway for the late Fred DeLuca
Yeah,
seems like a really cool thing. I want that.
I
I would
know.
put that proudly in my kitchen because
Yeah,
collabs are luxury.
yeah. And if I'm a franchise owner, I'm like Kanye. I'm like, where's my green watch?
Hmm. Where's my green and yellow cast iron pan?
Exactly. Yeah, where's my Smeg toaster?
Hmm. So I guess to like summarize, Eric, I'm fully backing Kamala on this move, despite her questionable taste in dishware. I think like I support the idea,
Yep.
and I hope that she takes full advantage of like the Essence Black Friday sale this weekend and continues to perpetuate the "I'm better than you" kind of
Yeah.
lifestyle.
All we really need is for Le Creuset to be sold on Essence, everything else section, and then
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fully broken through onto the top 40 list
Mm-hmm.
because that's all it's really missing. Like it's one of those gifts where you like give it to somebody and they like know what it is, and it's
Mm-hmm.
expensive.
Mm-hmm. Iconic.
Yeah.
I think that
Shouts
Subway
out
needs
to
to
Le
get
Creuset.
some of their cookware
Mhm.
on Essence's everything else section. Like if they can get their meatball marinara scoop or perhaps a vegetable bucket on there, it elevates this kitchen material to sculpture or art.
Mhm.
Be good for the brand.
I agree. Wow.
Can you imagine going into the MoMA store and one of the items there is like the knife for cutting your sandwich?
Yeah. Honestly, that's brilliant. Like I want to go to like a Subway museum. Like this place is like too interesting to me where I want to just like see like I want to go back in time. I want to go back to when Pete Buck was dreaming up footlongs. He's like cutting shit up in his
Mm-hmm.
kitchen and he said like, "You know what? This needs some sweet onion sauce." Like I just
Mm-hmm.
want to like, go back to that time and like
I know. I
pick
want to
his
watch a
brain.
documentary on it. I want to
Yeah.
see Pete Buck's first ever chicken breast. I want to see like it's like 90 years in and hasn't decomposed at all yet.
Yeah.
Still
And it
looking as
costs like
fresh.
yeah, and it costs like 10 cents at Whole Foods or something.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant.
All right, King.
Um,
I think I need to go do other things now, but I loved talking to you about Subway today.
I enjoyed talking to you as well, Ty. I am hungry and I am feeling a little bit healthier, to be honest. I think my sickness has gone away in the short 30 minutes that we've been talking.
It's a miracle.
It's an absolute Christmas miracle. I'll be logging on to essence.com now and pulling the trigger.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
You
It's
as
a shame
well.
that Subway had no Black Friday deals, but you really can't make that footlong cheaper.
No, I mean, they could at the very least, give you like a free Black Forest ham add-on, but it is what it is, Ty.
It is what it is. All right.
Well,
Think fresh, everybody.
think fresh. Ciao.
Ciao.